Hey everyone, Josh here. Thanks for joining me today. We've got a game here I'd like to show you guys in my snakebite. I got a few perks on it now. I got 6th Sense, Snapshot, Brothers in Arms, and Camouflage. And of course the snakebite skill. And man, I tell you, this thing is fun. I don't think you have to run it the way I run it with all the premium rounds and the pudding and tea or whatever that is. But it's a lot more fun if you do that. If you don't need the silver, then I'd definitely recommend finding the premium rounds. You go from 91 pen to 144. That's like 60% more pen. So you'd almost be insane not to. I'm gonna do a pretty risky thing here. I don't really recommend doing this unless you're in a platoon. I probably shouldn't have, but it was kind of an all or nothing move. Yeah, cover me, please. Can't even find that. Yeah, so you get up here, and basically what you want is your team to sit back and snipe, and them to try to YOLO you to kill you. And that is exactly what's going to happen here. Now this thing is awesome for the auto lock. I mean, you try not to auto lock as much as you can, like as little auto locking as possible. You're gonna pen more shots. You're gonna be a better player if you're not auto locking. As you can see, I'm not a good player, so I'm auto locking a lot. In light tanks, it's very difficult to do that because you gotta be aware of what's going on around you. You're watching the radar. Like I've switched to the round radar. I usually use the square radar, but for light tanks, I'm switching to the round now. I might stay with the round. I mean, that's another story. Look at the rate of fire on this bad boy. It is just insane. And I just like, my gun is singing here. 6 pens, that's it. But wait. They don't like me being here, do they? No, no, no. So you don't have to worry too much about people coming from this side, like my right side or towards the coast. It's mostly coming the other direction. But honestly, if you're in a light tank, you're worried about them coming from anywhere. But your primary, that's a tough one to get. They're not going to YOLO down there. You've got snipers always up on that hill behind you. This poor guy here, he's trying to do the right thing and take out that light tank for everybody, but no. He should have went up the ridge line there and sniped down on me. Too bad for him. He didn't. He didn't stand a chance. Not a prayer. Look at that. Look at that. It really helped that I broke his ammo rack the first 2 shots. I can't wait. I might be putting Deadeye on this thing next. You get so many shots, and to have that many more critical hits. I mean, it's like 3% more, I think is what they said, but still, like, with the amount of shots fired, why not, right? I've been laying down some serious damage in this bad boy. I'm averaging like 1,600 a game, which is a lot of pens. Like, I'm full healthing a hammer every game, basically. Not necessarily a hammer or tiger, because we all know how everyone loves those and I don't, but it's just too soft for a heavy tank, but that's another story. Really want that 110 out of there. He's been alive for way too long. Not a fan of how long he's been down there. He obviously knows what he's doing somewhat. Motherlands give this thing a real problem. Avoid Motherlands in this guy if you can. You basically have to shoot them in the side almost straight on. What happened to their team? Ooh. I went through a little stretch here after I got 6th Sense and Camouflage on my crew. I went through a stretch where I was getting a mastery badge every second game in this thing, like 1,800 plus XP, and that's almost all inflicting my own damage. I haven't been doing much scouting. I know I'm running the Camnet and the Binox, but that's just like other light tanks, and there's really nothing else needed on this tank. Like the vents, sure, you could kind of add to your DPM. I know it does add to it, but it's not that necessary. The aim time's still really good. Once I get recon and situational awareness, I might try the coated optics, but with 370 view range, I mean, I'd rather have the Binox on. And the Camnet, why not? I mean, the camo's not that good on the tank, but it's still pretty good. but you might as well have it a little better. If you have to do some passive scouting like on proc or something like that. Malinovka, you never know if you'll need a camo net. I don't know, I might have died if I rushed in here, but instead of doing this crap, I should have been pushing in on these guys a little faster, you know, Captain Hindsight here. Might have got a few more pens, but whatever. Can't really be complaining when you're in the high 20s for penetrations in a tank. No matter what tank it is, really. I guess like a Panzer 1C, but let's be realistic here. And look at that, like, oh, I thought I blew it and lost all that damage. Nope, I'm so fast it doesn't even matter. I needed to track this clown. I knew something like this was going to happen. I needed to get on that front drive wheel and hit him. Bam! Already steals all that damage from me. Because like those guys weren't penning him. If I would have been there sooner, I probably could have been up around like 36, 38 pens. But still. I am loving this tank, you guys. I wouldn't wait. I'd get it now if you can. If you want it, there's a bundle coming out by a couple weeks from now. Today's the 1st of August. Be out in, I think it was like a couple weeks, maybe for 1,500 less gold. 5,800 gold is well worth it for this tank, and it is one fun tank. I am absolutely loving this thing. Alright guys, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you all out on the battlefield.